What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to Back to the Classics, the cinematic movie podcast that takes you back to the iconic films of 20 years ago. I am your guy, Jay Alonzo. Kay Williams couldn't be with me today. We do miss him, but he will be back soon. He's working on some stuff. But in his place, I do have a very, very special guest. I have the master of spin, the creator of the bounce. No matter what club she's spinning at.
Keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh one time. So it's definitely a pleasure to have the beautiful, the talented DJ Lady Rose. What's going on, darling?
What's going on, baby?
Thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging out with me today.
No doubt.
And I think we chose a good movie because I think you told me that this is one of your favorite movies, if not your favorite.
Yes, it is.
Really?
Really?
Yes, because this is definitely one of mine. Like I watched the movie, but then it was like, I kind of didn't need to. Because I kind of knew it like verbatim, but sake of the show.
Right,
you know?
right.
Let me have my audience get to know you better. First things first, when did you start DJing? And what or who were your earlier passions and influences?
Well, I've only been DJing. I've been spinning for about, I'd say about 4 years now. Mm-hmm. I love it. My first love as far as music goes was the microphone, though, because, you know, I spit some flames, you know.
Spit hot fire.
You already know.
Word.
No, but, yeah, growing up, Queen Latifah and Spinderella. I know I'm showing my age right now, but damn it, Spinderella and Queen Latifah, those are my mentors. They're my everything, looking up to, you know, just got me to where I am today.
Okay. What do you personally consider to be the incisive moments in your artistic career?
Can't really say I even got any, you know, because I keep it flawless. I keep it flawless, you know.
Okay. Feel yourself one time.
One time. So, you really want me to?
I really want you to answer this question. Yes, I do.
Okay, so, you know what? I'm drawing a blank. I can't really. I mean, everything I do is always so memorable, you know, like whether it's the good or the bad. So,
well, you know, I'll tell you what, a better question is tell me about the first time you really got on the turntables, you got on the mic, and you decided this was going to be the thing I'm going to do.
On the mic as a kid, to keep it so real with you, when I was locked up, like, my years in juvenile, like I was a badass. So, you know, everybody starts writing when they're locked up.
Locked up.
Yeah, so I just I transformed that into what I do now. As far as the turntables, when I got on them, I just fell in love. Like, oh my God. Like,
Word.
You know, the record spinning under your fingers. Like, I don't know, I got a fetish or something.
So who do you look at as far as influences? I know, you know, Queen Latifah, Spinderella, mm-hmm. Those are your mixers. But as far as when you're rocking a party, when you're rocking a club, what crates do you dig out of to rock a certain party?
I mean, personally, I'm a hip-hop fanatic, hip-hop R&B. So, you know, I'm going to keep it in that genre. Like, really, as far as people that I want to spin, there's nobody specific, you know, just I'm a lover of all music. So it's like nobody gets that extra playtime. Everybody is even in my book.
So Lil Yachty, Uzi Verts.
If they gonna rock the crowd, I'm finna rock with them too.
Okay. I see where your head is at. What are currently your main challenges as a DJ? What is it about DJing compared to, say, producing your own music that makes it interesting for you?
The creativity in it. You know, I can make anything sound any way I want it to sound. So you're going to listen to what I'm going to make you listen to.
Okay. Okay, so what do you usually start when, like, preparing a set?
You got to get them bouncing first. So, you know, whatever's rocking at the time, really. Like you said, Uzi Vert, you know. My kids keep me influenced as far as the up-to-date music because really, you didn't hear from me, but it's all garbage. It's all garbage. So,
okay, all right.
But, you know, I'm a Kendrick fan.
I spy with my little eye. I hate that fucking song. Sorry, go ahead.
For some reason, I like to bust in Kendrick, you know.
Okay, gotcha.
Somebody kind of influenced me. I'm not going to say any names, point any fingers, but
Jay Alonzo did that.
Yeah, he did
that. Yeah. What makes you decide to play a particular record during one of your sets? Is there a criteria other than pure subjectivity for selecting what to play at a gig?
No, it's just really whatever the crowd is bouncing to, whatever they're rocking to. You know, you don't want to set everybody down. So if they rocking out to some R&B, then that's what we're going to rock out to. If they sitting down on R&B and rocking the hip hop, hey, we're going to hip hop this thing all night long.
Okay. So what's next up for you?
Next up, I'm going on tour to Tracy, California for the Double Up tour.
Shout out.
Oh, yes.
Big things.
Pop in.
Big things.
I also just became executive assistant to Unified Sound DJ Squad. So give them shout out too.
Nice.
What else? Sniper Squad DJs. You know, we rock the house too. Syndicate Squad DJs.
You were nominated for Best Female DJ.
World's Hottest Female DJ.
World's Hottest Female DJ. And that was last year at the... Was that
this year.
This year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
shout out to you.
Yes, and I've actually hit 2 awards. So I'm getting nominated. I haven't been actually selected and won the awards yet, but I'm getting there. So
nice. So what advice would you give somebody who's looking to get into that DJ realm like Lady Rose?
Keep at it, especially as being a female. You know, it's quite discouraging for us at times. You know, we deal with a lot of obstacles that the males don't have to deal with. Mm-hmm. So just keep at it. Consistency is everything, you know.
That's the way it is.
Practice your craft.
Nice. Thanks for hanging out with us.
No doubt.
Appreciate
Thank you for having me.
riding in the DeLorean with us. Appreciate that. We're taking it back to 1997, the summer of 1997, with the awesome movie, a movie that I feel like does not get enough shine.
Not at all.
The John Travolta, Nicolas Cage, banger of a flick, Face Off.
Face Off.
Yes. Face Off. One of the best movies ever.
I still do the little hand feature to this day with my kids. Face Off.
Take his face off. Original release date June 27th, 1997. Shares opening weekend with the cartoon Hercules.
Yep.
Remember that one? That was a good one. The movie currently has a box office budget of $245.7 million. Ooh. With a production budget of $80. So they made some bread back.
Yeah.
Currently holds at 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
is that fair?
Still up there. Yeah.
So you feel that's fair?
Oh, yeah. You know, it's always going to be fair. It's my favorite.
I would say, maybe 95. Because the movie itself, it's not underrated. And it's certainly not overrated. But, it's a movie that, personally for myself, I think I've watched this movie. I will watch this movie maybe 4 times a year. Whether it's on TNT, I just happen to have the Blu-ray or I just, I come across it some kind of way.
Right. But
this movie is so cool to me. Like, as far as John Woo goes, like John Woo, he's known for the doves.
Yes.
Mission Impossible 2 has doves. Broken Arrow has doves, which they really have no point of it being in the movie, but there are doves
but it's
there.
Badass.
But yeah, for some reason, when you got to fight, there's doves flying and shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. So tell me, when was the first time you seen this movie?
First time, I think I was in like high school, and I was just coming home from school. Actually, I was supposed to be doing my homework, and this movie came on, and I'm like, I was always a John Travolta fan. Mm-hmm. I love his eyes, and I'm a fan of Look Who's Talking. So I'm like, well, let me watch
Grease,
this. Yeah.
Saturday Night Fever.
No, I wasn't doing all that. No, I wasn't doing all that. Yeah, but he got that strong, muscular, sexy chin. So I had to watch it. And I fell in love. Like high school, 15, 16.
This movie I saw, my dad had brought home a tape. The VHS. And I remember putting it on, and though the movie is rated R, for some reason he let us watch it, and it was just so much violence, and even as a youngin', I thought it was just so fucking cool.
Yes.
Like it's so many things about this movie that just stands out. Like as far as, we'll get to it in a second, but I gotta call it out now. The official intro to me to Castor Troy is when he's getting out the car and the slow motion and his doom 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 doom.
Oh,
his
you already
fucking
know.
Jacket is flying in the wind
like a cape.
And then as he's walking towards the crew, And then they take off his jacket, see them pretty ass gold guns.
What are they, like 45s?
They're like 245s, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're gold. And
Right.
it was so G. It was so G. So, all right, so let's get into this thing. Real talk. So the movie opens up. We get a glimpse of Sean Archer, played by John Travolta. He's on a carousel ride with his son, and we get a bonding father-son moment, which in any John Woo movie, we pretty much know this is going to go bad rather fast.
Right, and there's a very short scene.
It's a very short scene because you cut over to Nicolas Cage and his porn stash. You know, he's setting up. He's the only guy out there in all black,
Right?
And he's setting up his assassination attempt on Archer. And I thought the part was kind of crazy because before he actually takes the shot, he does see that Archer's with his kid,
Right, and didn't care.
Well, he's almost like he kind of gave it like a second thought, but he still let the shot out, like no problem. And of course, you know, then we see that, you know, Archer does get hit, but we also get that glimpse of the horse that they're on, which also has blood on it, pretty much indicating that the son got shot too.
Yes.
How'd you feel about that?
I was pretty bummed out. I'm like, oh my God, little boy didn't even get to play his part. Like,
No, he did play in and out.
Yeah.
He's in and out.
And I'm like, ooh, he's a heartless motherfucker. But then I kind of fell in love with him after that. I'm like, badass. That was totally badass.
He's one of the coolest fucking villains ever. Like, he has so much swag. So, granted, he killed the little boy, so, you know, so I'm thinking like, yeah, you gotta go. You got something coming to you, but while I wait for this thing to be coming to you, you was a cold piece. So I believe it's 6 years later, and so obviously Sean Archer has this. I don't want to say he's you know fed up with life, but definitely the death of his son.
And he had a vendetta.
It was a major vendetta against, you know, Captain Troy, and rightfully so.
Right.
And he spends the next 6 years trying to catch the man that, you know, murdered his son. He's already on him to begin with, but the fact that now that he's taking something personal from him.
Right. He got more reason.
Absolutely. So at this point, they now find out that Pollux Troy, Castor's brother, chartered a jet, and they're going to go somewhere. I don't think they were explaining where they were going, but this is when we get, you know, the whole crew's going to assemble, and they're going to run over to the airplane hangar to take care of the situation.
Right.
And then we get the coolest fucking intro. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. This shit is dope. This shit is so dope. I love it. I love that.
The chick on the plane, she played the shit out of her part.
She did.
The FBI agent. Oh my God.
Yes.
He told her, oh my Lord, she sucked the shit out of his tongue.
He said, if I were to send you roses, no, let me rephrase. If I were to let you suck my tongue, would you be grateful? It sticks out his tongue.
And she went to town.
She played that part.
Right.
She played that part. So, at this point right now, you know, he doesn't necessarily say what the plan is, but he gives a hint to saying, stay away from downtown on the 18th. It's going to be a bit smoggy.
Yeah.
How did that scene make you feel?
By then, I'm pretty much already putting the pieces together. Like, oh yeah, he finna blow some shit up.
Something major.
Right. And it's LA already. It's Cali. Like, it's already smoggy, you know? So, yeah, he finna make something happen.
Now, this movie, I think this part right here, this like the first 15 minutes into the movie. And when Troy realizes that he's being chased down by LAPD, obviously led by Sean Archer.
Yes.
Just shit goes down, right? And of course, you know, the stewardess reveals herself as FBI, which I thought was kind of soon.
Right.
You know, I feel like she kind of waited a little bit.
She probably still would have had her life.
Be alive.
Yeah.
It's kind of soon. But I guess for movie purposes, you know, let's just reveal yourself. You're about to die anyway. So she goes to FBI, and then Pollux Troy just beats her up, and then Castor Troy doesn't give it a second look.
Right.
So it's crazy because you get this high octane chase on the tarmac.
And he really had the nerve to play chicken with the airplane. Sean Archer, like, oh my God. Like, why would you do that?
God damn it, Archer, don't play check with the goddamn check. Who is that dude? I can't think of his name for nothing. But he always has this very McGruff voice about him. But so at this point, Troy grabs the stewardess / FBI agent, sticks himself out the door with her. Eye contacts with Sean Archer, goes, "One of yours, Sean?" Puts a hold on her back. She falls out the plane. The fucking plane pretty much runs over her.
Right.
And it just goes to show the type of menace that Castor Troy actually is. He doesn't give a fuck.
He's gangster all day.
He don't give a fuck. So the plane crashes into the hangar, and now we get this massive gunfight between pretty much Castor Troy and the squad. And he's taking out dudes left and right. Right? And this goes to classic John Woo shoot 'em up style, because like literally by himself, Castor Troy is blowing dudes away with no problem. Like, and it's the perfect camera angle, because one guy is running up behind him, and he has the shotgun of another cop he just shot, turns around, shoots that cop. That cop flies off screen, goes right back to shooting like it was nothing. Right?
I mean, it was the biggest like gunfight I've seen at that time. You know, like
at that time.
Oh my God, they went
shit,
ham.
This is good. And so the one thing about this movie that even as a kid, I felt like I didn't like, and that's the obvious stunt doubles that they use.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, if you're gonna have a stunt double for a certain scene, why slow the scene down? You know what I'm saying? Because like in this movie in particular, this happens throughout the movie. This happens, the boat scene toward the end of all the major scenes. Like, we know that there's a stunt double being used for these big action set pieces.
But why you want to slow it
down? Why
down?
are you slowing it down?
2 miles an hour, so everybody sees you.
So everybody sees you. Like, we know, like, the dude that plays John Travolta's head is much bigger than John Travolta. We can now see that.
Right.
But they slow it down to where, like, we're not supposed to know that that's the dude that's playing, you know. I don't know. I never quite understood that. And this is one of my favorite movies, and this still, like, bothers me to this day. But once he kicks, Roundhouse kicks Castor Troy to the fan, we thinking he's dead. Clearly not. It's a whole another 2 hours to go in this movie, so obviously he's not dead.
Right.
But, you know, he believes that he's killed Castor Troy. So he comes home to the wife and the kids. Obviously, the daughter is having a issues, identity issues, I guess, or she just kind of just melting out.
Very broken home.
And you know, the one good news he can bring his family is that he got Castor Troy,
and they didn't seem too excited about that.
It's almost like they were numb to it.
Yeah.
Right. And the wife, you know, they hug, they do the whole thing, and then he goes back to work, and everybody's clapping for him. And even though he's gotten his arch nemesis. He's gotten the guy that's caused him so much pain in these last 6, 7+ years, or even prior to, before his son was even killed.
Right.
He comes to his headquarters, and they're doing the slow clap, you know.
Right.
You know,
bring him in. Congratulations.
You know, but he's more so like, well, what about the cats who lost their lives trying to catch this fucker?
Right. He started naming them off.
As an audience member, it brings you back like, that is true. Castor smoked a lot of people in that little hangar scene.
Yeah, he did.
You know, so there was no point of, let's clap it up for what we did. Like, no, we lost men on this mission, you know?
Right.
And he named about 7 to 8 names that died. And, you know, let's not mention the ones who just got wounded, you know, to catch one dude. So I thought that part was cool because, you know, in some movies, they'll probably skip over the guys who got killed. Like, oh, good job, you did it, baby. Like, what about your confidants who lost their lives and try to catch this fucking guy? So I thought that was definitely a clever way to go about it. He's happy that he got Troy. He's not 100% happy as to how it turned out.
Right. He didn't take that superhero role like dun dun dun. You know.
Right. Exactly.
Or how did you feel when the doctor approached him about the proposal? You know, switching his face off.
I would say, as a sensible man, fuck that.
Right.
But I'm also not in a John Woo movie, so I could have been down for it if I was in this movie. But we do learn that there is a bomb. There's definitely a bomb because they found it in Pollock's suitcase. Mm-hmm. But there is a bomb. And even the way the bomb is set up is just scary as shit because it's this chick. Her name is Sinclair. And I believe it said, "Hey, baby, I'm going to blow you." Then her face turns to like skeleton away. I'm like, this is some scary shit, you know? And
Who thinks of this shit?
Yeah, exactly. And then they find out that the bomb is big enough to level like half a city block.
Yeah.
Some terrorism shit, you know? So, you know, when the idea is first brought to him, as far as taking his face, switching it with Castor, at this point now, he found out that Castor is still alive. Right. He's just in a coma. So he's pissed about that already. Like, you know how much I had to do to get this motherfucker at least be in a vegetable state?
Y'all motherfuckers keeping him alive.
God damn. Like, I'm going to shoot his ass right now, man. Fuck all the bullshit.
I probably would have.
Yeah.
Why not?
In the books, he's deceased. I'm doing him a favor.
Exactly.
So
y'all costing us money right now.
Exactly. So, so he at first he's against the idea of taking his face and giving it and switching up with casters. He feels like, well, I can get the crew to talk. That's what I do. And he makes one guy shit himself. I thought that was pretty great.
Yeah, that was funny.
But he has Castor's girlfriend. She's not talking. One of Castor's right hand men. He's not talking. So to the point to where he feels like he's running out of time.
Yep, pretty much.
So now he has to at least consider this procedure. So the doctor, Malcolm Walsh, that's the dude. And he pretty much sets up the whole thing for him. He's like, we're going to snip your hair. We're going to make everything look like you are Castor Troy.
Right, and they did that to a T.
They did that shit. And I thought the procedure scene is so eerie to look at. Even now, it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. You know,
I don't think I could have did. I couldn't have done it.
You know, laser my face off, put it on his.
Yeah, face off.
Which technically at that time, they took his face off. They took Troy's face off, put it on Archer, put Archer's face in in this pool
in the water,
of water.
yeah.
Let it just dangle there let it float for a little bit. And nobody knew the crazy shit that would happen next. But I thought that scene was definitely it was an eerie scene, but at the same time, it definitely tackled the science of it all.
Right, and then for him to ask to put the scar back on his chest from when he was shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of...
You know, it was something that definitely, calls back to, the beginning of the movie, obviously. And then toward the end of the movie, he says, if you ever see Face Off now, something wrong with you. But at the end of the movie, he decides to have the scar removed. He doesn't need it anymore.
Right.
So he's finally
he's satisfied.
Right. Because now Castor Troy is definitely dead now. But getting back to the issue at hand, after the procedure is done, they unwrap Archer's his gauzes, and we now have Castor Troy.
Yes.
And I can imagine going through a procedure to where your face has now become the face of your enemy.
Right.
Of your sworn enemy.
What kind
it's
of
your
thoughts?
body. It's your body, but your enemy's face is on you.
Can't imagine what kind of thoughts going through his head.
Oh man! Of course he flips out. They had to
normal, very normal.
Yeah, it was
he was lightweight with it actually, because I probably would have beat up a couple people.
Oh, I'm punching Tito.
Right.
I'm punching the chick because it was her idea to do the shit. I'm punching the doctor, and I'm gonna say I'm sorry.
Everybody
let her
get
on. I'm just like, oh, there's no way you can really properly grasp on that. My sworn enemy's face is on me, and I now have to wear it like it's a fucking Halloween mask.
Right. Not even like that, because you can't take it off.
Yeah, you can't take it off. You can't just rip it off like Mission Impossible. You can't do it. So once he's gained his composure, and the first thing he goes to the doctor and says, "I want you, when this is all done, I want you to take this face
and burn it."
You damn right.
I'd have had him burn the face, the body, everything attached to it, everything. Everything.
I said, hang nobody up on the clothesline. I'm gonna shoot at it a couple times. Then you can burn it.
They did an awesome job though, because Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, that matchup on their sides is not really adequate.
Well, no, because I feel like Travolta's face is a bit more
fatter. It's
fatter
wider
than Cage's.
Yeah.
But the doctor explained like we can take care of all that. We can bring in them cheekbones.
They got better doctors back then than we got today.
Yeah, nowadays if you go in there as John Travolta, you come out looking like Caitlyn Jenner.
I want that doctor to do my booty surgeries.
So, at this point now, he's now officially Castor Troy. They're gonna take him to the same prison that they have Pollux locked up at, and this prison, first of all, should be awfully illegal.
Really,
the way this is worse than Oz. This is worse than fucking San Quentin.
The moon boots, though.
Alcatraz, the moon boots. Oh God. But it definitely shows you that they ain't fucking around. This is a prison where you get locked up here, you gonna die here.
Right.
You better believe that.
They definitely calling the shots.
Yeah, they calling the shots through and through. So he gets in there. He gets brought into the prison, and I thought, but just before he gets to the prison, he looks back at Tito, his man's, and little does he know that's the last time he sees Tito.
Right.
So, in the prison, he's walking around. He's trying to put on his best Castor. The whole prison knows who he is, and they can't believe that. Oh shit! They finally got you, huh?
He definitely has some big shoes to fill with that one.
Like really big shoes to fill. And when he locks eyes with Pollux,
with his brother, so-called brother,
and he's walking towards him. Next thing you know, this huge fucking dude. A fight begins.
Right, basically. He got some balls though for him to go against Castor.
So who he thinks is Castor Troy,
right? And that's a badass dude. Why would you want to go up against him?
Well, I guess in prison anything goes. Like, no, you can't kill me. You got nothing on you can kill me with.
True.
And I guess when it comes to physics, I'm bigger than you.
Yeah, size don't matter.
Yeah, I guess when Castor Troy really don't. He goes, "You watch your fucking mouth. You watch your fucking mouth, because I'm Castor Troy." I thought it was a great part. And then it was funny because
those looks, facial expressions. Oh my God, that killed it.
But you notice that his brother, during this fight, is looking at him like something is
fishy.
Definitely off about you.
Yeah.
This ain't my brother. This is not how my brother would act. And if anybody knows you, it's going to be your brother.
Right, he didn't even cling to him like he was supposed to, like he would of his real brother.
But after the fight, we pretty much find out that the bomb is located at the convention center, and which I thought I felt like this part was kind of stupid because once he finds out where the bomb is from Pollux Troy, Castor Archer, really, he goes, "I want to say thank you." Like, for what? You're so fucking pathetic. That's your tell right there. Castor wouldn't say that to goddamn Pollux. That's his little brother.
It's not my brother.
Like, you so fucking pathetic. Meanwhile, Castor wakes up from his coma prematurely.
Looking like a mummy.
Looking like a fucking mummy. He discovers that his face is missing. He calls up the gang, and they manage to find exactly where Dr. Walsh lives at, grab him, take him over to the facility, and forces him to put Archer's face on Castor Troy's body. So now we get the face off. Face on, off. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And so we now have this thing going on to where he's out of his coma. Now, what brought him out of the coma? We have no clue.
Lord knows.
But he just woke up, and then that's what it was. But even that scene, which I thought was super eerie, he's talking to Walsh, and he goes, and he's in full Castor Troy mode at this point. And as he's talking, now we don't really see him totally until toward the end. But he's walking, got a cigarette in his mouth. He goes, "Bravo, fucking vo." And he's walking back and forth, and the camera does pan to him for like a split second.
Yeah.
And half his face is just bloody as shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
gross.
Ugh, right? So by the time he goes to Walsh, and Walsh goes, "Well, what do you want?" And he's clapping, he walks up to him, and then in the reflection of the doctor's glasses, he says, "Take one goddamn guess." And his full face is in the reflection of the glasses. Oh. And it is eerie. Oh, God, that's so fucking eerie.
Definitely sticks with you.
Yes, absolutely. So it's been established that, Castor's not wearing Sean's face. Sean is wearing Castor's face.
Yeah.
That's where we're at with this. Another scene that I thought was just very well put together, because he's thinking, I got the location of the bomb, about to call Tito, had him get the doctor ready, because I'm gonna take this shit off.
Right, it's going down in a real way.
And he goes, "Listen, somebody's here to see you." So when the doors open and it's fucking Sean Archer waiting to see Castor Troy, or vice versa, really, because you have Sean Archer as Castor Troy getting visited by Castor Troy as Sean Archer.
Don't confuse yourself now.
Yeah, I'm going down that path if you haven't noticed. But it's like a huge clusterfuck of situation now. And, oh, wow, you literally see Sean Archer in the way to where it's like, this dude got so much swag and bravado now.
Right.
And he's just...
He a G. He's all the way a G.
So basically, he taunts Sean, lets him know that I torched all the evidence that proves you're you. I killed Walsh. I killed Tito. I killed the chick. I torched the whole building.
So badass.
I mean, Tito and Miller, they're gone inside. He leaves. He leaves Sean to pretty much
rot in prison. Yeah.
As Castor Troy.
I mean, it still would have been, pretty decent because, I mean, he's got backup. He's got everybody in the prison behind him, but still,
true.
Who wants to be there?
But after he visits Sean, he obviously pulls Pollux. He goes, "Listen, I need you to tell people where the bomb is at." Because if you think about it, and this how you know this becomes a dope villain plot, right? If you tell people where the bomb is at, I'll be a hero.
Right.
I'll get you out, and we'll run this bitch together.
Real shit.
It's like, okay.
He on some money shit.
That's smart.
That's what he's supposed to be.
That's smart. I like that. So, of course, Pollux does reveal the actual location of the bomb in exchange for being released from prison. Disarming the bomb in such a dramatic fashion.
Last seconds.
He waits like the last seconds to actually disarm the bomb. And so Castor, as Sean, he gains respect from all of Sean's FBI colleagues. And of course, the ultimate no-notes were like, yo, Castor gotta die.
Right.
He gets in with Sean's family.
Man, I would have slaughtered him too.
Yeah, you gotta go.
You looking at my daughter, you a perv. He's such a perv.
You gotta go. But I thought this montage was definitely something to be like, wow. Imagine if you were put in that position.
Yeah.
And as he's in this man's home. Cut back to Sean as Castor in prison. He's sitting there smoking a cigarette, stressing the fuck out, and he can't do nothing about it.
Right.
So,
but yeah, how does his family feel when they find out that wasn't him? And he's put so much spice into their life since he's been there.
They don't really find out until way later.
Right.
Way later. But one of the cool things that, okay, let me take that back. I'm not going to say that. But one of the things that's knowable, in quotation marks, that Castor does do while in the family is that the daughter, Jamie, is hanging out with some dude in the car.
Yeah.
He's trying to get a little touchy, trying to get some ass.
He did his daddy duty.
He did his daddy duties. He kicked out the window, dragged his ass out, and then proceeded to kick his ass, basically.
Pretty much.
And he also put, Jamie on some game. He said the next time he wants to get physical, let him take his pants down.
Right. Gave it a little night.
That switchblade shit is just so cool. He goes, protection.
Can you do it?
I wish I could. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I can't do it to the coolness the way technically Castor Troy would do it. I'd be stuck trying to make sure I got the right thing. Cause it's like a Swiss Army like a more advanced Swiss Army knife.
Right.
And there's a whole lot of shit you gotta get through to get the blade actually out. And I don't think I can do that. But he goes, do you have protection? She goes, what? You mean like a condom? Switch. Knife. Protection.
Yeah, like butterfly knife, right?
Butterfly knife, right?
Butterfly.
So he goes, the next time he's getting, physical, let him take his pants down. Sticking it, put it in his thigh, twist it so that the wound won't close. I was like,
Yeah, and that's the artery right there, too.
Yeah.
So you're going to bleed out.
Absolutely. So that's probably the only noble thing he's probably done for the family. Now, back to prison. Sean is putting together this idea to break out. Now they're doing this fucked up thing to prisoners in this prison to where like they're like electrocuting them.
Yeah, the batons are
They're like kind of just killing them off rip or knocking them out or
whatever the
how
case
is this
may
going?
be. I mean, they were doing both. That was a crooked ass prison.
It was. I'm telling you, Oz ain't got shit on this.
You heard what the dude said. Fight don't stop until I tell you that. So you know, right there is crooked as hell.
Hell yeah! So the same dude that beat up Sean earlier is now sitting in there, and he's getting his brains fried to shit, and they're getting Sean prepped for this electro session or some shit, and he goes, I didn't kill your wife and I didn't touch your sister, but I'm sure you come and get up out of here. And the next thing you know, the dude wakes up
like
and
Frankenstein,
and they devise this plan to get the fuck out of prison. And it was like the coolest shit ever because this is like a full blown prison break,
right?
You know, and so what is the guy's name? Was it Dubrov?
It was something
like that. He's all about shooting them and just like, fuck it, I'm blasting all these fools to get them out of here. And so, obviously, he does get killed in the process. But Sean manages to break out of prison, hop in the drink, and then, swim back to civilization. Out of there, no problem. And he pulls up on Sasha, who is the sister of Castor's, side dude. Yeah. And also the baby mama of Castor's son.
Exactly.
Adam. Who reminds Sean of Michael, the son that Castor killed. So imagine being the FBI agent undercover, and then you have to infiltrate the exact, like, it's weird how the movie plays out because you have the terrorists infiltrating the home of the cop that wants to take you down. Mm-hmm. Then you got the cop infiltrating the terrorist organization that he's trying to take down.
Right.
And they're all thinking, or people around them are thinking that you are who you say you are. And it's crazy because doesn't Castle find out that Sean is at his hideout?
Yes, he does.
And he organizes the crew to go and get, the brother snitches on him.
Yeah, the brother snitching everywhere,
brother dimed him out. That's right. So raid happens. I want to take his face off. So a raid happens, and then the raid just turns to a bloodbath quickly. A bunch of agents get killed. A bunch of Castor's crew guys get killed, including Pollux.
Everybody dying today.
Mm-hmm. But Sean, Sasha, Adam, they're able to escape. And then after the fact, the FBI director, I think his name is Lazaro, I think, blames, Sean or Castor for the numerous deaths. And then, of course, Castor, pissed off about Pollux's death,
right, kills
Victor right then and there in the office.
You should have known that was going to come, though. I mean, he can't say good for long.
Nah. And so, it's something about this part because, like, it's almost like the movie kind of like flies by at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like we're skipping so much shit, but it's all good.
They gotta watch it though.
They gotta watch it though.
They fall.
You gotta watch it. It may look like a heart attack. And then Castor as Sean is now promoted to acting director, and plans, are made for, the Lazaro's funeral.
Yes.
Right? Now, this next part I think is pretty interesting because he goes over to the house. And I'm not sure if this is either before or after the actual shootout scene, but he goes back to his house. This is Sean as Castor. Mm-hmm. He goes to his house and he bumps into his wife.
Yes.
And she's scared shitless because all she sees is Castor Troy.
Right.
Voice Castor Troy, everything Castor Troy. But he's giving her key shit to where, like, no, I am your husband.
And then when he ran his hand down her face,
and she's like, oh, this is too much. But the ultimate, like, think about it for a second, is that he tells his wife, my blood type is O negative. Castor's is AB. Find out for yourself. So that night, after not to mention, Castor did fuck his wife, by the way.
Right. Probably numerous of times. She loved it.
Yeah. He had a different stroke to it.
Right.
So she pulls the blood, goes, to work that same evening, runs the blood, and sure enough, it's AB. So she's always like, oh, shit. And, of course, right on time is now Sean, or Caster as Sean, with 3 dudes that she's never seen them with before.
Right.
And they're just running with them now. So, obviously, something is up. Meanwhile, you have Sean pretty much guaranteeing safety for Sasha and Adam. We now get to the ultimate shootout scene.
Ooh,
we're at Lazaro's funeral. Sean knows Caster's going to be there. Caster knows Sean's going to show up.
Right.
Doves. They're all over the place. And so Sean finds that Caster has anticipated the actions and takes Eve hostage, right? Because he now pretty much knows that he's up. She now knows what's going on.
Right.
And Sasha arrives. This whole standoff between Sean as Caster as Sean.
Right.
Eve's there, the goons are there, and now Sasha comes out with the gun as well. But at this point right now, Sasha still thinks that Sean is actually Caster.
Yes, she did.
So it's confusion all the way around, right?
It was.
So once the actual gunfight breaks out, right? Sasha gets shot, and they just shoot the whole fucking church up. Doves,
badass,
everywhere,
badass.
And it's such a badass
You're
scene.
not gangster unless you shoot a church up. I mean,
with doves in it, you know. But it's such a badass scene, and so at this point right now, like I said, Sasha actually saves Eve from taking a bullet, and so she takes that bullet. And before she dies, Sean, as Caster, promises to take care of Adam for her and not allow him to grow up in that life of crime.
Right.
Which I thought was pretty dope because you didn't give a fuck about this kid before you gave your face to him.
Right.
Which I thought was, it definitely had, I think
But did
Sean,
he even know about that child then?
Well, yeah, because she brought him to the interrogation room.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think the lesson learned was he had to walk in Castor Troy's shoes to really understand what this thing is,
Right.
So Castor flees the church with Sean pursuing him after killing the 2 federal agents. Castor briefly takes Jamie hostage, but of course, listen to Dad.
Exactly.
Sticks
that
motherfucking knife in his thigh, twisted it.
With his own advice. Got it with his own advice.
So the wound don't close. And so it's funny because it's always this one part in these action movies to where it's the daughter or the son or somebody close to the actual hero.
Make you happy, like, get him, little white girl. Go ahead.
Go ahead now. Like, listen to me. I'm your father. Shoot him. Like, use your eyes, Jamie. So, she actually shoots Sean, thinking that she shot Cassie. But,
right.
That's not what it is. But then we get this awesome fucking speedboat chase.
Oh, yes.
Which, by the way, we get some stunt double bullshit in there too, but
slow motion,
whatever. But we get the speedboat chase and they're fighting, and then it's just a action heavy thing. So now that they're on the same boat and they're fighting, and they hit, I'm gonna assume like it's like a huge rock or something. But whatever they do, I guess the speed that they're running down the water with, they hit that shit hard to where like they
hard
flew
as shit.
At least 100 feet in the air, and then they kind of just came out of this smoke, and they're both stunt doubles. They're not the dudes at all.
Right.
And then, of course, the boat explodes, and that's just what it is. But now we get another fight between these two on the sand now. So, but the fight didn't last all that long, and then, of course...
they were giving it to him, though.
Yeah.
Boy, they were giving hands to each other.
Yeah, but Castle was beating his ass.
Right.
Nice little minute. Like, you can fight, but you can't fight. But essentially, I want to say Sean shoots him with a...
What was that, a dart gun? A spear gun?
Like a spear gun?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just kind of just wounds him. And then Castor just says some evil shit before he knows about to die. And he goes, you're right, Sean. I misbehaved. I should be punished. He said, but just remember, every time you look in the mirror, you're going to see my face. It begins to cut his own, cut the skin of Sean's face, pretty much mutilate the face that he already has. And so, he shoots the dart gun into Castor, pretty much killing Castor.
Right.
And he died! Thought that was a great part. And, he's dying. He's dying off, but the same song that Cassius sung in the beginning, he sings on his way out.
Right.
Which I think is a good callback to the beginning, and it's a good way for a bad guy to die.
Right.
Now,
it just brings everything together.
Now, what's that song?
That I couldn't tell you. I could probably sing it. No.
I'll do it with you.
Nope.
Ready for the big ride, baby.
You do that so well. You do that so well.
So, they go back to exchange the faces again, and then of course Sean comes back home to the wife and Jamie, but this time
they gotta be so bummed out now that he's back and normal. Like,
this is the same old regular ass dad. I'm glad you're all right, but
boring ass dad.
Damn, this shit fun. This castle was fun,
right?
But Sean comes home, and then he asks them both, for something, and basically Sean has now taken Adam with him, which is gotta be weird because this is the son.
And he did favor his son.
He does favor his son a lot. However, you can't really stop what's inevitable. This is the son of the dude that murdered your son.
Right. Of the dude that you just killed.
Dude, you just killed. The dude that took your face and boned your wife.
Right.
It's a lot there, But I thought that part was pretty cool because you really had to think about it. Like, this is going to be, these are now two kids, one who's no longer with us, another kid who's now lost both parents.
Right. So
I thought the movie ended in a pretty legit way.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
So that's Face Off.
Yeah. Face Off.
Face Off. So DJ Lady Rose, who is getting your That Guy award?
That guy, of course, goes to Nicolas Cage, a.k.a. Pastor Troy.
And who's getting your That Chick award?
That chick would probably, for me, be the daughter.
Jamie.
She was so weird. Like, she was so weird, but she was the only female in the movie that had any kind of character to it. The wife was boring. Sasha, she was alright, but she was still kind of boring.
She was kind of G, though. Sasha was kind of G.
Kind of, sort of, because she had to be, but the daughter was, I don't know.
Right. Who's getting your This Fool award?
This fool, probably the snitch. Was that the brother?
The brother.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't tell the difference until it was time to tell the difference.
Not only that, he's just a snitch. Like, he was telling from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. Like, keep your mouth closed.
What are you cutting out? What scene can leave?
Honestly, I'm going to bring it back because it just sticks in my head. But when he was fondling the girl in the freaking church choir.
That's one of the best parts.
No. Like,
it shows how much he didn't give a fuck.
I don't know. Somebody should have seen that. Somebody should have seen. She should have said something like.
Granted, he is standing out. He has on all black, and the crowd is all white. But
right. I don't know.
And what about your iconic scene?
My iconic scene. Probably bring it back to the beginning. I just like his guns. I love his guns. So in the beginning, when his cape, aka his jacket, is just going in the wind.
His cloak.
Yes, you see them 245s in his back. Oh my God, like that shit is gangster.
That's some gangster shit right there, I'd say. For me, I'm gonna say my That Guy award is gonna have to go to Castor Troy because he's by far the coolest fucking villain.
High five.
Which is actually high five too. He's probably one of the coolest villains I'd ever seen. Like, he is so, like, you want to see him lose.
But you don't.
He's so swagged out when he's doing his thing. Like, oh, you're fucking swag. I like you so much. You gotta die, and I can't wait for you to die. But till then, fuck, you're tight. I like you a lot.
Yeah.
My That Chick award would have to go to. I'm gonna give it to Jamie because, as off-putting as Jamie was, she kind of naive on a lot of stuff. But when push come to shove, she literally took Castor Troy's advice, stuck that fucking knife in his thigh, twisted it so that the wound won't close.
Don't close.
And that at least paralyzed him for a little bit.
Saved her life, actually.
Saved the life, actually. I'm going to say This Fool award would have to go to the warden at the prison, who was just an asshole for nothing.
For nothing.
I mean, I get it. You know, you're warden at a prison. You gotta, maintain your thing, but you're an asshole for nothing.
Tone it down a notch.
Bring it down a bit, okay? Just bring it down. I'm gonna say the cut that out scene. I'm not really cutting nothing out, only because this movie flows so well. There's nothing I will really cut out. But my iconic scene, I'm going to go with you on that one. My iconic scene is definitely at the hangar. Cage is getting out the car. The music is playing. He just looks like money.
Right.
He just looks like straight evil money.
Badass.
Yeah.
I can't even stop saying that through the whole movie. Just badass.
Fuck, he cold. He's a cold motherfucker. But yeah, I think that's awesome. So that's takeaways right there. Let's get into quick hits. We can wrap this thing up. So, quick hits. Originally, Nicolas Cage turned down the role of Castor Troy, citing the lack of interest in playing a villain. However, once he was told that he would actually be playing the hero for majority of the film, he quickly signed on.
Okay.
See the gotcha?
Yeah.
That's the gotcha. Even though in my heart, that's
I'm glad
Troy.
he did it. I'm glad he did it.
Originally, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone were in mind to play the lead roles, but when John Woo was brought in to direct, he decided that John Travolta and Nicolas Cage would be more suited for the roles. Yes.
Like throwing Bruce Willis in there or something. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit.
Nah, man. According to producer Barry M. Osborne, most of the challenging action scenes, including the fight on the deck of the boat and the airplane going down the runway, were originally planned as green screen shots, but they filmed them practically to support the realism of story.
Wow.
I like that.
Me too.
The studio wanted John Woo to take the slash out of the title, but he kept it in so people wouldn't think it was a hockey movie.
Hockey?
I didn't. I thought it would have something to do with the actual story. I never looked into it as far as like this could be a hockey movie.
Me neither. I would have never thought hockey.
Okay, moving on. Nicolas Cage and John Travolta spent 2 weeks together before filming to learn how to play each other. They decided on specific gestures and vocal cadences for each character that could be mimicked.
Wow.
So they took it to the heart.
Right. They wouldn't play no games.
Mark Wahlberg turned down the role of Pollux Troy. Thank you, Mark Wahlberg.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark Wahlberg. This one for you, bro.
Not at all.
The crew shot on Nicolas Cage's birthday. John Woo let Cage get emotionally charged up for a scene and then surprised him with a birthday cake. Afterwards, Cage asked Woo not to do that again.
Wow.
You don't like birthday cakes, bro?
Right. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
And final one. What's a good one? There we go. Nicolas Cage doesn't like heights. He said that shooting one action scene was one of the most frightening days of my life.
I'm right there with you, bro. I hate them heights too.
Yeah, I'm cool on heights. I'm already short as is, so now you keep those. Yeah. But that's it. That's Face Off. I have to thank the lovely DJ Lady Rose for hanging out with me today. Let the good people know where they can find you.
You can find me a little bit of everywhere. You can find me on Facebook under DJ Lady Rose, Instagram under DJ Lady Rose, Twitter, same thing. Any networking sites, DJ Lady Rose. Get at me.
Dig it. You can find me on all the social media simply at I am Jay Alonzo. That's Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. Wherever you can find me, You talk to me, I talk back. Shout out to my dog K Williams. He will be back soon. I promise you, he will be back soon. Look out for our movie talk group, Back to Classics, a movie talk group on Facebook. Jump in, join the conversation. Don't forget beatnetworkonline.com for your links to other podcasts and of course your merch. And that's it.
Oh, we out of there. Huh?
We out of this thing, man. Hanging out with us. Another shout out to DJ Lady Rose for hanging out with me today.
Thank you.
Shout out to all the Beat Network family out there, all the DJs out there, and of course you guys, the fans. You guys are awesome, and we will see you next week. We out this thing. Peace.